So I want to just do the last day, or last Friday, and then see how it transitions into this week, because I remember I took a trade here, and I thought, oh, this is going to go back up to the high, and I was up 60 pips or something, and I left it overnight, and break even on that one, which is, I wanted to really test these levels and really commit to, hey, this is gonna go to the high, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. And what I did say though is it might go back down through to even 3A before it does that, and it looks like it did. It came back to the 100 and then down to the 3A level, and I was looking for a trade here. So there's a nice accumulation area here, and then it kind of, I thought this was manipulation, which it is, but it was, because it was the end of Friday, there wasn't really any volume to push the market up. So I'm still expecting it to go to the high, and as we can see here, start of the week, it's gone up 120 pips in the morning, and it's come to the 3A level again. And what you'll see is, I wanted to show how these waves, like the previous week, will, it'll provide support and resistance, what people call, for the next week. But you'll also see, let's just have a look here. If I put it on the first 2 bars for this week, it's gone exactly to 2B. So it's come back to test the 50 to the 100, and then a nice little accumulation manipulation. There's your nice profit release up to 2B, and now I'm looking for a trade back, like maybe around 3A. They may even test the 100 again, just back up, and I'm not sure what's going to happen yet, because this 3A level from last week seems like a pretty strong support. But I'm still adamant on that they'll go back up to the high, because if I look at the day, this bar here is accumulation, and there hasn't really been a manipulation against that. If they're going to go short, or if this is the turning point, it didn't really reach the high from here, and they haven't really done a manipulation to the high yet. So that's why I'm expecting it to go to the high, because they almost came to here, didn't quite reach it. And if this is going to be a major trend down, then there has to be some kind of manipulation against that to take the stops. So I just had somebody ask me about the Japanese and what was going to happen, whether it was going to get back up to the 115, and let's just do our levels. Let's come to 2B. Let's just do last week too. So it's come up to GM5A, which is pretty strong market, and it's come all the way back to 4A. I would expect it to go to 4B. So what we had last week was down to the 3A. There's your manipulation up to 2B. Accumulation didn't really come back to 3A, which is what I wanted to explain as well. When you have a long accumulation phase like this, it doesn't necessarily need to come back to the natural level. That is the rebalancing and the creation of more imbalance with that accumulation phase. So sometimes when you see a long accumulation, you don't really need it to come back to the natural level in order to, the beginning of the wave. Let's come to 3B then. This market seems really strong because it hasn't really seemed to need to go back to the beginning of the wave. But in saying that, it's come up to 5A and then down to GM4A, all the way back to 4A, 2B, which is the beginning of wave 4. So what happens also is it'll get overextended and then it'll come back to the start of the next wave anyway, which it has. So I'd be expecting it to go to 4B of last week at least. And if he's saying the 15, see the 15, which is interesting, is GM4B, which I could expect to go there. Because that's the golden mean end of wave 4. And it's come back down to, if you look here, there's a lot of support at golden mean 4A, which is the beginning of wave 4 of the golden mean. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it unfolds. I would definitely be going long. Anyway, I hope whoever asked that makes sense.